Okay, so I'm going to show y'all what I'm doing here. Getting prepped for removing the firewall. So I took off the hood hinges, taking off the battery holder. I'm going to pull all of this wiring down. Then we're going to cut on this inside seam all the way up and around. That's kind of, oh look, Auntie. And then we'll do that same thing. We'll continue this cut inside the door, from here down, and that way we can just send all this other stuff to scrap. I'm going to come up a little bit back here, try to keep even with the door here. Then we'll come to the back. All that is going to be able to be removed. I need to take off these screws. It looks like that one doesn't really even matter, but I need to definitely take off this screw. That way we can lift the cab and the bed up together, and that'll be that part. Then I'll have to finish prepping how we're gonna set that. Then we're gonna get that part done, wired up. Then we can come in and start tidying up this inside. See how much of this rust that's on the inside is fixable. I mean, it's all fixable. It's just how do we go about doing it, whether we patch it or if we're able to just kind of and whenever I say patch, I mean weld in metal, because if it's not through, you can grind it out and then patch it that way. But that's that. So I forgot I was supposed to be documenting this to show y'all what the weekend was like. Let's see. So I started taking out the plastic pieces, the seat. Well, this is the back seat. The police interceptor, like wiring, for like their computers and all that stuff that was in the trunk. Seat belts, speakers. I've kind of been going through keeping the things I want to save. Make sure you save this. You want to keep that, and you want to attach it somewhere where this red part is up. Whenever we get to the assembly part, we'll show that some more. But I wanted to make sure that I kept the license plate light so that I can attach it on that whenever it's time. Keep these lights, the wiring for these lights anyway. Is that way I can attach it, use it for whenever we move it over. This is more of the police stuff, the taking out their wiring. Being a little bit more delicate with this part because there's some things with the wire, the factory wiring harness that I want to keep. I don't want to destroy it. Got this front section taken off, front bumper there. So yeah, so these front speakers and lights. Oh, let me back up. Yeah, that wiring harness there. Gotta go through and see about what I need to take out here. But I got distracted with the trunk first. Once I go through this wiring part, then we'll start taking off, or we'll take off the doors, pull the wiring from the doors, keep want to keep the electronics here, so So I want to pull that, take the door panel off, pull this wiring, pull it back through there, get it tucked out of the way so I can use it later. I'm going to start taking off the doors. Nothing safe from the back door, so we'll just pull that out, cap the wires kind of deal. Let's see. I don't think there's anything in here that I need to talk about, but yeah. You might have seen other videos where they're going to cut this bracket here off. Then whenever we start to take the hood off, all of this will come out. Gas tank, keep that. Don't cut into any of this. There's bands that go there to keep it in place. I want to actually use this floor of the Vic. So I'm going to actually leave this in because that'll be my compartments on the truck. I think that's pretty much all I needed to go through. But Sunday, so gonna do a little bit more tinkering and then call it a day. Have a good weekend. Yep. All of the stuff we've taken off so far. Whew. Good Lord. So I'm actually waiting on this stuff here. Here, Kaji. It's like, what happened? Anyway. I'm gonna be measuring here on this side of the trunk there. Because I want to see if that will actually match so that I can leave this section, the trunk section, on the car so that I can make little sections in here and things like that where I can store things. Because I got the thinking, like, well, if the tire goes here and it's not going to be able to fit underneath the bottom, I need somewhere to carry all that stuff. So let's keep that. This filler neck, I gotta take this section off, this part off, and move it to where it'll be here coming out the front. Because I want to use the unibody filler neck. So I want to use that. So if we're looking there, your filler neck would be about back here somewhere, area. And I need it to come to the front. Then we'll build a little section that comes down through, like where the bed would be there. Come down into this bottom section. So we have, we can put all of the fuel stuff there. We can put the fuel filter in that filler neck in that compartment there, and that'll do what I need to do. Then I also have another compartment on this side. I'm not sure what to put there. Depends on how much I need to move around from the engine bay. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this part yet. Because each person that does this, they do it a little bit different. There's no clear-cut way of going about it. But, yeah. That's what I've got done this weekend. Or, it's this Saturday. Not bad for like, maybe 4 hours of work. Getting all this taken. Then I'll take this metal stuff that I'm throwing away, put it with that pile there, and get that ready for scrap. Anyway, good day. So I wanted to document this before I went too far. So took the Sawzall, made these 3 cuts. Then I'm going to push this down, trim that out, then I'll be able to go along this back panel, along this pinch weld, to cut it out. That's what I did on this side for the driver's side. Cut those two sections, got a section out, got the other section out, got the Sawzall blade to where it could go along the body, and then snipped all the way up it. This part here was still attached. Then I came back and I did a straight cut there to get this panel to come off. Kept this stuff attached because I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to get that to go forward. But yeah, wanted to get that documented before I went too far. Okie dokie. So, today's task is turn this around. What we're gonna do before I put this down there, between those two brackets here, this bracket here, I'm gonna cut up this bracket on this side. I'm gonna go from here, cut up, take out that section, and then that's gonna allow me to use the Crown Vic wiper motor to run the F100 wipers. And so I'm not taking out that whole thing. I get to keep the VIN number that's like right there. Because I would like that kinda to be, yeah, I'd like to keep that. Anyway, then tackle that, get that finished. I'll come back here. We're gonna have to shorten this. I want to keep this part. Yep, this part, this back part here. Then I'm gonna cut it to where it falls in here, so this part of the F100 will fall down to where it's supposed to be at ride height. Then later I'll be able to weld this portion, this back portion here, to here, so I get to keep my little cubby hole there to keep my stuff in. Then I get to, so then we get the body correct. Then I'll start going through wiring that I'm going to keep and wiring up tail lights, blinkers, all that. But let's see if we can. That's what it looks like right now. That's not. It's gonna come down a good. What is that? Maybe 4 inches. I think. Looks like about 4 inches. The front's already falling a little too much. I might have to put the hoist back on that, pick it up while I'm doing the windshield wipers. But we'll see how that goes. But a little bit at a time goes a long way. Okay, fellas. Well, so what I'm doing here is cutting that bottom part of the trunk out. I'll have to reposition the deal underneath there. But for now, to get it where we want it, or where I want it, is I'm going to cut that back section of the trunk off, and then where I can get this to the bed of the truck to sit down, and it'll actually be at its sitting point then. I don't know what's going on with those dogs in the background. I think they must have found something that was more than they could chew. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to cut this down. Then I'm going to cut the exhaust and then the frame there so that everything will, the bed will fall down smoothly, and then I'll have to, at a later date, I'll weld this, I'll change some things around, essentially. Weld this, may weld this bumper back on, maybe not. I might, not this bumper, but some kind of bumper I want to put on here. I don't want just the roll pan. But we'll have to cross that bridge whenever I get there. Anyway, that's the update. Yeah, that is pretty close to ride height. Let's see. Honestly, I think that's just where I'm going to leave it. Because if I leave it here, it's going to be easier to change those tires. If I tuck on too much, oh God. That is actually pretty good. I work on this door. This is also, that's what I used the ratchet strap to pull it on to where I wanted it. It's almost, it needs to come down just like a hair there. Then that will be perfect. And it gives me access to the windshield wiper motor. So if that goes bad, I can still get it. I'm going to build a bracket off of that bottom portion of it there. So a bracket off of the mount to the Crown Vic frame. Yeah. I'm tempted to start going through the wiring stuff now to see if it'll crank and drive. I can still use, I could use the old fenders temporarily. It's fixing to be winter time and I really don't want to be doing too much of this while it's miserable. It's already a lot of work and somewhat annoying. I need to get in there, cut that bracket there. Then this will continue to fall down a little bit. And so we got about maybe 3 inches on the passenger side, 2 inches on the driver's side. And I really need to take that out before too late. Oh, there's Thomas. Thomas! No. But yeah, coming along quite well. Look at how much room is in there. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to leave those 17s on it. Yeah. It's only 1 o'clock. So I actually have some more time that I could piddle with this before getting ready for work tomorrow. Ooh, probably should piddle with it because that door is a little bit jammed. So see where so we got a crack, pretty good crack here now, and then it's flaring out at the bottom. So the door is shifted. My hands are cold. So there's that. Let's see what kind of, yeah, that got a hit and broke it in the transition. Still trying to figure out how I want to do this. I need to close that gap, but if I close that gap whenever I get ready to put the old dash and stuff in, if I do, that might be a problem. We're bound up there, so that's probably what I'm going to start filling with. Can you see that? I don't know if it's... You know, too, I found out what this is. This is supposed to be like that lace painting that so many people are doing. Apparently this old guy was ahead of his time. Probably his granddaughter or something. Or son, grandson, shit, I don't know. The world takes all kinds. Let's see. Yeah, let's look at this one. Let's look at that. That's so close. That actually is pretty much perfect. Unless... No, this side is higher than the other because of the AC. That's 5 minutes. I guess you guys probably got more to do. Anyway, Thomas, get down there. Thomas, down there. Down there. You don't speak good English. If you speak good English to me, you won't listen. That door, not too shabby. Got a little flare at the bottom. And adjust that out. It already had, which, I mean, all in all, yeah, doing the thing.